Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. Today we've got 6 tips to help you get more clutches and get more wins in Warzone. So let me set the scene here real quick, playing some duos on Caldera with my friend Pitboy Fresh. There is a total of 5 people left, so it is us 2, another duo, and a solo. So the first big tip here is going to be, when possible, always go for the power position. So what I mean by that is it's typically going to be somewhere that is the high ground and place that you have a lot of cover and where you're not overly exposed, okay? So the second tip here is, I'm still keeping this. My second tip is going to be always check your flank. In the end game, people love to wrap. They love to hug the very edge of the zone, be super ratty. And because of that, you've always got to be checking for people wrapping around. So while I'm still holding my high ground, my teammate's kind of off looking to the right. I'm checking our flank and I'm looking at our left, and we're just trying to find where this last duo is. So at this point, I've pretty much completely cleared that left side. We've kind of deducted they have to be straight ahead. And as we're looking at the environment, really the only other place they could be is basically under where my teammate is. So what we're going to do, we're going to play patient here. We're keeping our power position. We're going to see what zone ends up doing. Now, zone is going to pull away, and this is where tip number 3 comes in. In the end game, do not be afraid to use the gas.
Jump to the boat, probably.
So you can hear me. I'm calling it to my teammate. I'm going to make a gas play. I've got a gas mask. I've got 4 of the 6 ticks. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate to where the gas is going to be, or to where the zone is going to be. So I'm going to go through the boat, use up my gas mask, and again, I went to the next power position. We find them. They're exactly where they thought they were.
They're going around to your right.
I'm calling, hey, they're going around to your right. I'm going to pick up this stem, which is going to be very useful here soon.
They're going to try to get, they're kind of have high ground. Shit.
So I'm keeping my power position, but the problem is zone is pulling away. So again, though, I'm not afraid of gas. I've got a stem. I'm going to rotate through gas, rotate towards where it's going to pull. We're going to get behind cover, pop the stem. Now I'm completely behind them, and they have no idea I was there. And that, in my opinion, if you have the ability to get into the gas and rotate in the gas, especially when the zone is moving, not when the zone's shrinking, those are some of the best rotations you can make in the end game. All right, so we're in another game here. This is another duos game. It's the end game, but I'm the only one left on my team. So there are 2 other solos and 1 other duo left in the game. And our first tip here for this one is going to be to play patiently. You don't have to rush in. So we talked about the last one that we want to hold the power position. In this zone, it's probably that big white building. Unfortunately, with the way zone rotated, and previously I was in an engagement kind of up the hill behind me, I'm not able to get to that power position. So I'm going to just take my time, and we're going to come in nice and slowly. And with our next tip, our 5th tip, it's going to be to check everything and scan your environment. So just like how previously I talked about, always check your flank. The same applies for checking every nook and cranny. Where are these people hiding? Because I have no information. Nobody's shot. I haven't seen anyone. I'm just trying to find where is everyone else in this lobby. So again, I'm just taking my time. I don't have to rush in. I am playing this edge zone, and I have found my version of what's going to be the best power position for me, and that's on top of this tent. And again, we're going to take our time here, and we're just scanning because I'm trying to get information on where everyone else is in this lobby. So I've been being patient. Nothing's happened. Nobody's exposed herself or shot. Zone is forcing me in, so I do have to move in. And this is where our 6th and final point comes in. It's going to come in very handy here at the very end, is to always rotate from cover to cover. Always go from a point, basically a little mini power position is kind of one way to think about it. So previously I was on the tent. Now I went to these boxes. So now, in the 8th zone, the zone moves really fast from when it starts to actually pull. So I'm going to quickly go to my next piece of cover, and I'm scanning. We're being patient. We're scanning. I'm looking. Where is anyone? There's some shooting, and bam, we finally found someone who was just kind of crouching along there. If we check out the top right, there is 1 other duo left, right? There's 3 people, 2 teams. Do the math. So I know that most likely this team has got to be coming from this big white building, because the zone was over there and now it's pulling to the right. So I'm going to kind of predict here and see, are they going to come from the bottom? So I'm going to throw this stun and I end up being wrong, but there he is. He's jumping off. I've got my Swiss out. I'm going to miss this first night, but it's okay because we get the second one. Now this is huge. Now we're going to rotate to the next piece of cover. We're going to take the power position, which he's trying to take his own, but I get some shots on him. I know I've got a second because he's going to be plating up. We're being patient. We're playing from cover. We're going to get our finish. Zone is pulling away from me. Zone is not in my favor. Again, we're going to move up. I wanted to get on the high ground here, but I wasn't able to jump up here. I'm checking everywhere. Checking, is he in there? I thought he was in there. He wasn't. And this is where it's going to be big. We're going to go to our piece of cover. I have cover. And he's going to push me without cover. And because he pushed me without cover, and because I rotated to where half of my body basically was behind that wall and he was fully exposed, it made it an easy win for me. So guys, I hope you found this video helpful. It's a little bit different style for me. I want to do some more educational stuff like this. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like on the video. Consider subscribing for a lot more content. If you want to check out the live streams where I usually talk through my own gameplay, hit that notification bell so you know when I go live here on YouTube. Otherwise, thank you guys. See you in the next one.